You going?
Yay.
Boxed Off Podcast. Back again. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Christmas special. As you can see, I've got a Christmas jumper on. Nice baubles. This is my mum's.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Probably shouldn't say it like that. It's a bit rude.
Christmas was yesterday.
Is that when we're dropping it? On Boxing Day?
Yep.
Hope you all had a mint Christmas, yeah? We're out here today, dressed up. Jack's got nice baubles. I've got 5 cantonars on, if you know. Pick up man red. And also I have this hat on, which is really itchy. So I may take it off halfway through.
Interesting. Well, it's been a bit of a crazy year. I mean, it's pretty much our first full year of Boxed Off Podcast. Pretty much, more or less. We started like February, so. But it's the first time we're closing out a year on the pod. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a mad year, hasn't it, really?
It's been a crazy year, mate. As every year is in our lives, in our respective lives. Because we just do crazy stuff. Because we're maniacs.
Yeah, what's the maddest shit that's happened this year? I'm trying to think, like, off the top of my head, I can't really tell.
Yeah, we should have prepped for this, really.
Yeah, we probably should have prepped for this.
Mad stuff that's happened this year. The Euros.
The Euros.
The Euros was mad. Even though we didn't win it, but we got to the final.
The Euros was mad.
Was mad. What else was mad?
Don't know. A lot of mad shit happened though. A lot of mad shit did happen. But as every year comes to an end, everyone likes to reflect, and we like to reflect in a musical sense. It's been a very strong year music-wise this year. There's been some really good albums, projects, mixtapes, whatever you want to call them. But I think to say that the majority of the music that was made, more or less, was made when everyone was locked down. People didn't have anything they really wanted to talk about. People had to look to different places to be able to find influence and to be able to find a reason to make tunes. And I think it's been a really strong year. I mean, I think last year was stronger. But then again, when I'm looking down at some of the stuff that's come out this year, it's been a good year. And it was announced as well that for the music that will be awarded this year, so when the Brits comes along in February, there's a bunch of different new categories. There's a category for Best Grime, UK Rap, Hip Hop, Drill category for the first time ever. There isn't Best Man, Best Woman anymore. It's Best Act. Dave's been nominated for Album of the Year. Little Sims has been nominated for Album of the Year, and they're both tied at the minute with Ed Sheeran and Adele. So I think that just shows where everything's going. So each year we could become more credible musically, and more people are listening more than ever, both domestically and overseas. So big up UK music, because I love it.
Big up UK music, man. Been a good year, like you said. I think with all the lockdowns and shit that's been going on, obviously we may be going to another lockdown, but even last year, I think we've spoken to artists as well personally, and they talk about how being in lockdown, some it's helped, some not, but it gives you a lot of time to make your own music, work on your craft. Just a lot more spare time to be, because you can make music, let's say at home, you can write up something, go to a studio. If you're these big artists and you've got in-house studios, you can just bash that out, and it's more reason to make more music. So last year was mint for music, this year's been mint as well. So yeah, we're just blessed. So we're going to lay down some absolute fire albums that we've enjoyed this year.
Yeah, so reflecting back on the last 12 months, it's been something that I've been looking forward to doing for ages, to be fair. We're going to be going through our top 10 UK albums of 2021 from 10, counting down to 1. We don't know who's in each other's lists, so I think we're just going to bounce off each other, go from, as I say, 10 down to 1. We'll both explain who we've got, why we chose it, and see what we've come up with. I feel like I've got an inkling of who is going to be in yours?
Yeah, I have an idea who's going to be in yours. We're going to have some of the same artists as well, obviously. But I believe mine is more selective to like UK rap, I would say. More in that category, whereas I think you'd be a lot more diverse.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just looking at my list now and every single album is rap based.
Yeah.
Some different than others.
Mm-hmm.
But they all come in the same, pretty much in the same bracket.
Same genre almost.
Pretty much. I mean, if you really want to like
Deep it.
they are different genres. Some of them.
Mm.
You know, if you really want to talk about drill or UK rap,
Yeah.
it's technically a different genre, but it's kind of all in the same space, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. It's all music, innit? It's all music.
So, without further ado, whatever you say.
A Jew?
Without further ado, innit? I've heard people say without further ado, and I don't know why.
Further ado, I think it just might be an accent thing.
Yeah, possibly.
We just sound
And Ben, if you want to pipe up with chip in with any albums that you think should make the spot, any you agree with, disagree with, any questions along the way, feel free to chip in.
Cool.
And also, yeah, when you're listening or watching, yeah, let us know what you think as well. I feel like we'll put out different clips on the socials a lot more, so you can sort of like maybe get a bit more involved as well. And go listen to them as well. If there's none that you haven't heard of, go listen to them.
Definitely. Take this as some inspiration if you haven't. Well, I would like to think that most people who watch this, I know some won't, maybe will not have heard of some of these, but most would hear most of the artists. So give them a listen, man. You might find your new favourite sound, and then you can thank us with a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, then subscribe, man. Because that's what we're about.
That is what we're about.
Jack, lay down your first album, get us underway.
Okay, number 10 of my top 10 albums of 2021 comes in with Avellino, Ego Kills. Avellino's one of my favourite rappers, he has been for time. And when he released it, I understand it's a mixtape, it's not actually an official album as of yet, but yeah, I really enjoy it. I enjoy Avellino as a whole. I think he's probably top 5 lyricist in terms of like technical ability. I just rate him so much. I don't think this project is better than his last one. I think his last one's better, which is called No Bullshit. But this one is good. It's really good. Some good features on there, and you can listen to it all the way through. It seems like more of like a playlist album rather than a cohesive one. His one before was like flowed from start to finish. Whereas this one, it just seems like a proper mixtape where everything's just sort of just been chucked in together. You can slap it on shuffle and you won't lose any sort of value from it. It'll just be a nice selection of tunes.
I assumed Avellino would be on your list. Maybe surprised at it being in at 10, because obviously I know you like him a lot, so I thought it might have actually been a bit higher, to be fair.
But yeah, no, it's a good album. I did enjoy it a lot. I was actually considering whether I should have kept him in there or not. He was sort of like on the fence of whether he would have been there, because there's other bits that I do really like, albums that I do really like that didn't make it, and that just edged it. But that's just come down to the fact that the amount of tunes that I've gone back to and revisited a lot more than other ones, if you get me. But it's not a cohesive, it's not like a concept album at all. Even though his music does have a lot of concept to it, like Avellino doesn't just do light-hearted tunes ever. Doesn't matter whether it's a radio tune or a proper album track. But nah, he deserved a spot. I like it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What's yours?
So my number 10, coming in last of our list, is actually one that you've already mentioned and could be album of the year. So Dave, We're All Alone in This Together.
10?
Comes in at 10.
10?
For me.
Really?
Now, to be fair, he's quite lucky he made the cut, because I was going to put Other in front. But Dave comes in at 10 for me. So, he comes in at 10, yeah. To be fair, I should say what I like about it first. So, first of all, obviously it's Dave. He's mint as it is. Lyrics-wise, mint. And that's what everyone who's ever born says about Dave. Like, oh, he's got mint lyrics and all this, yeah. But the album-wise, if you actually listen to it all the way through, it is a lot of storytelling. It's really good. Some tracks on it, yeah. He gets a feature with Meeks, yeah, on In the Fire, which is what's pushed him in the top 10.
Yeah, that's probably,
Meeks.
That's probably top 5 songs of the year.
That is one of the best songs, or that is the reason why it pushed it, because I thought it's one of my favourite tracks. It's got Meeks in it. So yeah, he slivers in at 10. That might surprise a few people, as clearly it has done with Jack, who maybe is on his list and is a lot higher. But it's just, it's a good album, that's it, why it's in my top 10, yeah, but it's just a bit boring.
Oh shit.
Just a bit boring. Like, storytelling wise, really good, deep ones, but that ain't really going to break my top 5. I need more than that. So Dave, I'm sorry, brother. You're in at 10.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, we can get back to that.
We can get back to that in a bit when you'll go.
Number 9, for me, which I think you've got, which I think will be higher for you. Unknown T, Adolescence, is in at 9, which is a sticky one, and only because it's sick. It is sick, meaning that every single album now from 9 upwards, I rate a lot. I rate, project, I rate a lot. Because Unknown T, it's sick. It's sick, and Unknown T is showing that he's more than just a drill artist. He's a musician, which not a lot of drill artists can show that they are actually musically tapped in.
Can't believe you've got him in at 9.
Yeah,
that's mad. That.
Yeah, 9, which I thought it was a tough one, but yeah, 9. And I think that the ones that I've got above it are just I've returned to more. I take more from. And I do enjoy Unknown T. I do enjoy it a lot. But when I listen to Unknown T, I don't necessarily just listen to that album. I usually just go on the artist in general and just shuffle it all.
Yeah.
Because there's one before. What's the one before called? Summit Brave, innit? What's it called?
It's called Rise Above Hate.
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Which also went off.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, I think I prefer Rise Above Hate to Adolescence. It's the speaker / light.
Oh, right.
I don't know. As I say, I do really enjoy it, and I think it is sick, and I do rate Unknown T a lot. But for me, for the stuff that it was going up against, yeah.
It's fair enough, mate. Like I say, it's your opinion, innit? Of course, you know what I mean.
There's a few good standout tunes on there for me.
Yeah.
The one with Pot of Paper.
Oh yeah.
The Trenches, banger. The one with Millions, banger. But yeah, it's a sick project. It is sick. But yeah, for me, it's in at 9.
Fair enough.
But I do recommend going and listen to it.
Dead right. Dead right. Well, taking the 9 spot for me is Central C, Wild West.
Oh shit, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's sick.
I
forgot about Central C.
Central C, breakout year, gotta be for my guy.
Oh.
The album, so many tracks. Now, what I will say about this album is, what I do think about Central C is it's a lot of his raps, a lot of his tracks are quite similar, but he has a mint flow and it's sick, and they're all catchy. You see him when he performs live, he's sick, and this album really is his first actual album. He did one in 2017 which only had like 8 tracks on it, and probably nobody knew who he was there. Yeah,
fuming with that.
Number 9 he comes in at, and he's got a new album coming out next year, which is like a massive one, bare tracks on it. So
I was actually saying before when I was getting my hair cut, to Luke, like,
have you missed anyone?
No, well, I have missed some. I wish I'd fucking put him in now, but I'm not going to cheat and change it.
You can't cheat, mate. You can't cheat.
I'm not going to cheat. But I listen to Bear as well. I listen to it all the time. Yeah, silly me. But I was actually saying, like, Luke went to me, like, if you had to say someone who's going to pop off next year, and I went Central C,
100%. You see him, mate.
Unless a random guy comes out of nowhere, like sort of like RD did.
Yeah.
He kind of came out of nowhere, really. Like, unless something like that happens, but I reckon next year Central C's year.
100%, mate. We should have done something like that. Artists that we think are gonna be big next year, but
could be a spin-off.
Yeah, could be a New Year's special.
No way, yeah, sick.
Yeah, Central C for me at number 9. Big up Centr.
Yeah, he's a gangster as well.
Yeah, cool guy, and his bird's absolutely fire.
Yeah, she is.
So Central C.
And the thing is, yeah, with Central C, I don't have anything against his popular ones, like his popular ones. Like
yeah, even that one with that bird in it, like.
Yeah. Even like commitment issues, I don't have anything against.
Yeah,
that.
mate, I've got nothing against Central C. None of his tracks, doing his thing, young guy, living it large. I seen a thing the other day saying Bear. It's mad how many people follow him on Insta, like Drake and like fucking like J. Cole or something.
I think he'll crack America.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. He's gonna be massive.
Yeah.
He already is big now. He's smashing in the UK. Next year, when this Heno album of his drops his new one, he's gonna do bits.
Yeah, interesting. Coming in number 8 for me, which I'll bet my house on it's not in yours. Samwise, Free Game.
Ooh, it's not in mine.
Sick project. Samwise, it's a bit more low key than the majority of the people that are on my list. It's probably like bottom 2 popularity wise in terms of how many people know him. But yeah, from a rap, he comes from a rap collective called House of Pharaohs, and he's sort of just like gone off and done his own thing and sort of just levelled up. And yeah, his last project, Free Game, yeah, sick. So many, yeah, so good. It's sort of like a trappy, bouncy sort of vibe. There's nothing really out there like it, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I do. It's different, but not too different than regular rap or anything like that. And he takes elements from all sorts and just crams it into one and just, yeah, he's sick. I really, really like it a lot. So that's my number 8. I do reckon there's a bit of a hidden gem there with Samwise.
Yeah,
100%.
I do rate Samwise. I think he's pretty good. So I don't really listen to him that much, but I've got some of his tracks, and he is pretty cool. So good. Big up Samwise.
Yeah, big up Samwise.
So number 8 for me, someone you'll all know, someone who me and Jack know because we've been to one of his shows this year, is Heady One with Too Loyal for My Own Good. So it comes in at 8. Heady One, after seeing him live, I thought it was mint. Some of the tracks he does, some of the tracks on here are mega. He's got serious bangers. He can do it all, Heady One. He can go hard on a beat. He can even the time how he raps. He's got like melody tracks in here which go off. It's a big project, 13 tracks, and I think everyone in the UK rates Heady One. The guy's mint. He's done a mint album, and like I say, seeing him live, I just thought he was mint. And to be honest, probably start of the year, I wasn't actually the biggest Heady One fan, and he has grown on me a lot more. And some of the tracks on here are mega, so he's easily in at number 8 for me. Could have been higher maybe, but I pushed it back. I kept it back.
I mean, I've not even featured him.
Maybe not.
Nah, I mean, I do like Heady One, but I'm not his biggest fan. I can appreciate what he can do, and he has got some tunes that I really, really, really like. That opening tune on that project,
Too Loyal.
that's
Yeah,
a banger.
sick.
A banger, it is a banger. And he released a track with an Italian rapper called Shiva.
Yeah, he's,
Banger.
yeah, that was Aston Martin.
Yeah, banger.
I've not actually heard it all the way through because I just can't get into that Italian.
Oh, I like it. I like French rap as well.
Yeah, well, like French the Kid, everyone likes him, innit? But
No. But I'm talking about proper French.
proper French rap.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't tell you one French rap artist, so I wouldn't know, to be fair, mate.
Yeah, no, I like him. Don't get me wrong, but for me, there was just more out there that had more for me. But I do get it. Heady One is good, but yeah.
My head is fucking well itchy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Have I got a red head?
Yeah.
Do you?
No, a red head.
Oh, a bit.
Looks same colour as your top on the camera.
Does it?
Is it don't look red on camera?
You look better now. You look like a Polish guy. Like a Russian. If you just
Well, that should be in cohesive.
got a season ticket, me. Alright, give me your number 7, CR7, mate.
Number 7 is back. Back again. Dave. We're all alone in this together. He comes in at my number 7. He didn't make my top 5. He's been nominated for a Brit Award this year, like I said earlier, which I can completely understand why. Just off the sole principle that like Dave's Dave, musically, like if you listen to the sonic, the actual music, there's not many that can touch him. And his storytelling ability, as you say, it could be a little bit boring, which I do understand and I do get. But like, if you're in the mood for it and you actually take in what he does and really listen, like if you're in the mood for it and you actually absorb what he does and what he says and how he does it, there's no one that can touch Dave in that respect. Well, there is maybe one or two people that can touch him that do that. But the people that can, I've been rapping since he was in a nappy. So that just goes to say where Dave's at. As I say, In the Fire, top 5, probably top 3 songs of the year. He's got a shout for best song of the year, to be fair.
Is a banger. Listen to it, not.
Yeah. But Dave, number 7. I didn't think it was as good as Psychodrama. I don't think it was anywhere near as good as Psychodrama. But he showed that he's levelled up, and in terms of the things that he was saying and the way that he articulated himself in general, you can see that he has improved. But I don't know, it just didn't hit the mark for me as much. It didn't reach the levels of expectation that I had when I listened to it. But
it was a bit underwhelming, I thought. The mega tracks on it, like In the Fire, there's another couple ones. They kind of they cloud over like how good it could have been, because of the other tracks are just a bit boring. Like, don't really get me going, do you know what I mean? So that's why it was only 10 for me.
Yeah. But
sad.
Yeah, Dave, you're at number 7, mate, and I wish you all the best at the Brits.
So my number 7, is actually, it's the same artist, it's 2 projects that he's dropped this year, and it was this one, but he recently released this one, which come out last month, and so I've got them both in here, but I'm trying to pick one. So it's Scraps, Be Right Back, which was his album mixtape earlier on in the year, but literally a few weeks ago he released an album called 80s Baby, which is like all his old school freestyles.
I swear that's an old mixtape, you know.
Yeah, well, he's brought them all back now, all remastered, 16 tracks, so all freestyles on it.
Does that count though?
Of course it counts, it's been released, 2021.
I know, but that was an old mixtape that was on CD back in the day.
Nah, not all these tracks on here are on that mixtape, no chance.
I swear, I'm pretty certain that was a mixtape that came out way years and years and years ago that is just...
Well, if it has, it's been remastered and more tracks have been added on there, and which is why it takes my number 7 spot. Like the Can We Freestyle, that went decades ago. Some of these tracks were done in like 2003, which is why I'd say this is a good one to listen to, because you can see all these old school freestyles and that, they are mad, and it swerved my opinion, because it only just come out last month, and I was like, so that's why that's in the question. But Be Right Back, which did come out earlier in the year, again, anything Scraps releases is mint, and it's a fact. Anything he releases is mint. Everyone loves Scraps. If you don't like Scraps, I feel sorry for you.
Scraps or Nines?
Probably Nines, but Scraps probably does better singles. Nines does better albums. Nines would have 1,000,000% been in this list this year if he didn't get nicked 3 nines, and he dropped something. But yeah, Scraps, one of them 2. Take your pick. Have a search. The 80s Baby's sick. You see old school freestyles and that. It's mad. So yeah, my number 7.
Nice. Number 6 for me is Birmingham's Finest, Millions with Provisional License. Comes in at number 6. Missed out on the top 5 simply because the ones in my top 5 of the untouchable, in my opinion. Millions is he's another one next year. Him and Central C. I know Millions has been popping this year, but I feel like him and Central C next year, the world is really the oyster. I think Central C is a lot more marketable in America and stuff because the rap, it's like a rap flow on a drill beat, really, innit? And his instrumentals are a lot like, they're very unique from Central C, but Millions, UK wise, domestically, like, the world it's actually his oyster, like, sick project, his debut one, I think, innit?
I think his debut album. Don't know shit on anything.
Yeah, but very sick.
Tell you, Millions doesn't make my top 10.
He doesn't? Really?
The album's good, but the ones I've listed I think are better.
Interesting.
No provisional license for me. Man's got a full license.
I thought you would have had him.
Nope. Keep you guessing me, boy.
Interesting.
Ah.
Right, go on then. What's your number 6?
So my number 6 is Digger D, Made in the Pyrex.
Really?
Yes.
That's better than Provisional License?
Yes.
You joking?
No jokes said.
Nah, I'm not having that, me.
So there's tracks on here that are better than the tracks that are on there, hands down.
I'm not having it.
Well, you don't rate Digger D as much.
I do like Digger D.
Digger D's one of my favourite artists, yeah. Tracks, after watching the Digger D documentary and the tracks that he's done on here, and how he was getting scoped all his life, and he could only make certain songs, and how he went about it, I think it's genius. So when he made tracks like Chingy, it's mint, yeah. Even No Chorus with Millions in it, banger. He's got Blue, it's Gunman Sound, My Brookie, all absolute bangers. All tracks that I would play on repeat constantly. So Digger D easily gets number 6 for me.
Oh, don't know, you know.
Drops E-Sig.
Don't know, you know. I don't know.
What, are you going to cry? Don't cry, lad. Listen, I love Millions, innit? Millions, you're my guy. Yeah, you know that.
I think Millions is better than Digger D.
Oh, I mean, I'd probably do as well, mate, to be fair. I'm not disputing that, but I think Made in the Pyrex is better than Provisional License.
Do you reckon, though?
Yes, or else it wouldn't be number 6, would it?
I know, but...
You've just asked me, do I reckon? I've just fired up. Name me track. Let's look at Provisional License, yeah. Right. So name me the bangers of Provisional License. So I'll name you ones that I like, yeah. Bando Spot. How many times is I like that one?
Pedestrian, banger.
Pedestrian, banger.
Badness, banger.
Badness, banger. Yeah.
Provisional License, banger.
Don't rate Provisional
Do
License.
you not?
Nah.
Oh, I
I
do.
think AJ kills it. I can name you 3 tracks on there, yeah. So I'll say Pedestrian, I'll say Bando Spot, I'll say Badness, and I'll say how many times, yeah?
Regular bag.
Regular bag, yeah, I just see regular bag. Right, so even them 5, yeah? Even them 5. If I go on Made in the Pyrex, yeah? So, Blue Woo, Chingy, No Chorus, Why, My Brookie, Gunman Sound. Is that 6, 7? It takes the cake for me, brother.
But I think as an actual overall, if you're looking at singles aside, like actual individual tracks aside, I think as an actual album, as an actual project from start to finish, I think that Provisional License is a lot more like...
This ain't Millions versus Digger D, you know. This is what I think my favourite albums are. My top albums of the year. Album/mixtape, because I'd say this is my
I know,
mixtape.
but it just surprised me that you put that in there.
Yeah, I'm a man of surprises, man. That's why. Millions didn't do it for me. Millions was in the list, and he was debating for number 10 spot with Dave.
Interesting.
So you don't know what my top 5 is going to be then.
My number 5 is Children of Zeus, Balance.
Okay, yeah, that's not mine.
Banger of an album. Banger. If you want something a bit smoother, a bit slower, soul, R&B, jazz, rap, hip hop, concepts, context, fucking something that flows from start to finish, amazing vocals, just mad artistry, yeah, from start to finish, right? Children of Zeus are the absolute... Ask your favourite rapper, yeah, or favourite musician, who they rate, and I guarantee you, yeah, Children of Zeus are in their top 5, because they're gonna crack everything. You heard it here. They're honest to God, I seriously reckon they're gonna be gone. Give them a year or 2, they're gonna be gone. I'm telling you, gone. They're gonna, yeah, I rate them so much. And the only reason they didn't get higher up in the list is because the ones that I've got 4, 3, 2 and 1 I've been listening to a lot more. But yeah, if you want to go and listen to something a little bit different, if you don't really listen to that sort of jazzy, bluesy, soul-y, hip-hop, rap sort of hybrid, and you want to go and like really take in a good piece of artistry, yeah, go and take in Balance by Children of Zeus, and their live shows, yeah, look incredible. I've not seen them live yet, but I fucking want to, because apparently it's next level.
See, I can appreciate Children of Zeus, yeah, but they couldn't break a top 10 album for me.
Yeah, well, musically, oh.
Nah, it couldn't do it for me, mate. I could appreciate the music, but it couldn't be top 10 for me. Let alone top 5. Big calls that mate.
Easy. I didn't even bat an eyelid putting it in there.
Mm-hmm.
When I was thinking to myself, what are my top albums of this year? That was one of the first names that came into my head. Like, that is music, like proper, like incredible, insane album. Go listen to it. Insane.
First. So, coming at number 5 for me, one of my favourite artists, also featuring my track of the year on this album, is K-Trap, Trapo.
I'm using that for K-Trap.
So K-Trap in the mix, right? Funnily enough, I heard the single Warm, which is on his album as well, and it was my favourite track of the year. Still is my track of the year. And when I listened to it on the album, like maybe like 5 months ago, it's his opening track, and on it, Young Philly's on it, letting it in, and he's like, best song I've ever heard, like going in about it. And I was like, oh, that's what a coincidence. But yeah, K-Trap, number 5 for me. Again, some of the tracks on here are absolute bangers, like so good. I love K-Trap. I think he's mint. Anything he touches is good, in my opinion. His voice, his flow is sick. He just absolutely sends it in. And there's big tunes on here, yeah, that just get you going, mate. So Warm is the track, which is my track of the year. If you haven't heard K-Trap Warm, put it on. It's next level. It's my favourite track, by far. But there's other ones, mate. Elon Musk, free C-Roy, yeah, free him up. Don't know who you are, C-Roy, but I want to fucking free you now, because after hearing this shit, you should get free. She wanted these absolute bangers, yeah. So K-Trap, Trapo, my lucky number 5. Easy number 5. Sorry you're not any higher, K-Trap, but you're in some good competition.
Yeah, I think when you get to 5, that's when it gets serious, really.
This is where I think I could guess, I could guess 3 of the ones that you're going to have, and you could probably guess the same for me, I believe, because yeah, we both know these people obviously very well.
I reckon, yeah.
I probably won't get one of yours. I can imagine, I can think of who yours are going to be, and they're not going to be in mine. I can think of one of yours anyway, which is going to twist up, and I know you're going to say a name.
Say who? Say what name?
Say her name.
Interesting. Number 4 for me, Berwin, Take 2 / Formal Halt. Wow, what a musician. Again, it's not your traditional like UK rap, drill, grime that you might be expecting us to reel off. But Berwin, yeah, is a special artist. Like, he's another one of those he's gonna be doing big things in terms of like, I'm not talking about. Well, again, he might get number 1s. I'll be surprised if he did get a number 1 anytime soon. But I think in terms of his music, the way he puts it together and the fact that he writes it all himself, everything is written by him. He works with bands and works with assistant, like co-producers and stuff like that, yeah, but the guy's a multi-instrumentalist, an incredible singer, good rapper. His live show when I saw him was amazing. And Berwin was literally my most listened to artist on Spotify, on my Spotify Wrapped. 3 of his tracks were in my top 5 listened tracks of the last year. Berwin is... He said it in one of his songs. Tell him I want to spray paint my Grammy in black just to represent the fact that I'm a terrible chap. Yeah, the guy flew over to the UK when he was younger. Yeah, well, came over to the UK. Yeah, didn't have his immigration papers because his mum brought him over. His mum got locked up. He was homeless, fucking trapping, selling drugs. Yeah, doing whatever. And then eventually got his papers, got introduced to a manager, and now the guy's writing songs for James Bay. He's sending music over to Drake. His behind the scenes is massive, but even so, his own music is just insane. Won BBC Sound of 2019 or 2020. Yeah, incredible. If you want some, go take him in, because I don't have enough good words to say about Berwin. He's probably my favourite artist, to be fair, overall. But the only reason he didn't get any higher is because my top 3 are just next. But yeah, Berwin, go take him in. Go take all his music in because it's all sick. But yeah, that's number 4.
Nice. Berwin doesn't make my cut.
I didn't think he would.
Unfortunately for you, Berwin. You're not in my top 10. But Jack loves you, so...
A lot of people love you, Berwin.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Even his shows are mad when he has like, looks like he's in like his grand's house and he's like playing a keyboard. I mean, not mad, but you know, I guess it's a bit edgy. So edgy guys like Jack, I can imagine like him. Don't get me wrong, I like Berwin. That's one of his tracks.
He's insane. Like, yeah, just the way that he just combines everything that he does and makes it sound so like it's meant to be together. But on paper it shouldn't be, but it just is, and he makes it work. It's just sick.
Fairs, brother, fairs. So my number 4, which I'm now guessing is not in your top 10, is Fredo Independence Day.
It was gonna be. If I had like a top 13, it'd be nice.
Top 13. Yeah, Fredo Independence Day, sick album. I would probably say his best one that he's done. Money Can't Buy Happiness, Third Avenue, Tables Turn. So he's probably done 3 other albums but are maybe just as good. But yeah, it's such a good album. Yeah, Fredo is massive in the UK now. Everybody knows Fredo, and he absolutely sends it in. This is an album you can play from start to finish, and you can listen to every track, and every track is pretty much mint. Couple features on there, not the most features, only 1 or 2. But what features he does have are some of the best artists that me and Jack are soon going to say. But yeah, it is easily in my top 10. And compared to K-Trap, he's just got more bangers on there, which is why I was above him. Which is it was a tough decision for that spot. But yeah, no doubts really. The mint album, he's got more coming. All his tracks are mint. Absolutely sends it in. You can listen to it in the gym. If you're chilling at home, you're making tea, put Fredo on. But I'm sure our viewers already know who Fredo is. I'm sure you've already heard this album. But easy number 4. Easy.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3.
Coming in at number 3, gets the gold medal. The bronze medal. Gets the bronze medal. Comes in at 3rd. Sick project. I know it's not actually an album, it's a mixtape, but whatever. Pot of Paper, Thanks for Waiting, comes in at number 3. Your favourite rapper's favourite rapper, fact. Yeah, Pot of Paper's sick, man. Off the back of the Training Day trilogy, he obviously came out of jail, released Training Day 3, then did the 2020 Vision EP. Or was it the other way around? No, he did the 2020 Vision EP.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Then he did Training Day 3, and then quickly followed it up with Thanks for Waiting, which I think is better than Training Day 3. It's shorter, but only by a little bit, but there's so much more variety. And after I interviewed Pot of Paper regarding this project, I got a lot more context behind each song. If you've not, go and read it. It's out on Complex. My chat with Pot of Paper, he breaks down every single tune, but. Yeah, this was more of like a collaboration project for him. For example, is one of my favourite songs that he does is the one with Unknown T, and the one with M Huncho too, and NSG. They're 3 ones that stand out to me. But he says that he wanted to do a song with Unknown T, but he didn't want to make a Pot of Paper tune. He wanted to make an Unknown T song. He didn't want to make a Pot of Paper song. He wanted to make an NSG song. He wanted those people to come in and slap their song on it, and he would technically be a feature on that, even though it's his song, if that makes sense. Like, he wanted to like sort of use that project to be able to experiment, hone in more skills, take different bits from other people, and then tie it all in together for when he releases the new album, the official debut album, which comes out next year. The final song on there, which is probably one of my favourites, if not my favourite, Outro. That song, he explains, is that kind of critical, deep analysis, the way that he writes and the way that he speaks. That sort of level of attention to detail will be going into the entire full project that comes out next year. So that's exciting because that song's insane. So yeah, if you don't listen to Pot of Paper, it's proper rap, UK rap, gangster rap. But yeah, sick. Yeah, that's number 3.
Not surprising it's in your top 3. Unreal tape. 3rd for me, already mentioned by Jack, is Unknown T, Adolescence. Again, these albums, from 4 onwards, they are listened start to finish. Like, no doubt about it. When I heard this album, it come out pretty early in the year, I think, maybe like 4 months in or something. I thought it could be, straight away, just from listening to it all, I thought it could be my album of the year. I think I put it on my story actually, like, yeah, this could be the album of the year. But obviously, other artists had other ideas. Sick. Again, the features on it, you know, there's only, how many? There's only 5 features, but the features, so just to give an example, Pot of Paper, Millions, Nave Smalls, M Honcho, and Digger D. Like, 5 fucking mint features. Like, I don't think you could get really much better because all them artists are mint. And then the tracks he's solo on, they're just sick, man. Unknown T is just so different just with his voice. Like, no one can match vocals like him, and it just works. Ever since I first heard him, I was a bit unsure, but then as he jumps on these tracks, mate, they're just too good. The project's mint. Again, start to finish, it really is. You can't argue it. It's so good. And if you listen to Apple Music, by the way, it gives all these fucking weird things that you can listen to in like high res, Apple Digital Master and shit like that, which makes it sound a bit mad. I mean, you're Spotify, I don't think Spotify does that. Fuck Spotify. But yeah, easy for me, 3. So good. Yeah, man. Hit me with your top 2. I wonder if you're gonna put Thingy second or first. Sure, nah, I know what you're gonna have now.
So number 2 for me is Little Sims. Sometimes I might be introvert. Wow, what an album! Little Sims is finally getting the recognition that she deserves, yeah, on like a massive scale. She's been nominated now. So that's the thing, yeah. When you look into Little Sims's catalogue of music, like every single album is sick. Every single project's amazing. And Little Sims has been one of those artists, yeah, that's had a core fan base that she's taken. She might not have millions and millions of followers, but every single show that she does, she takes that core fan base and they follow her all around the country. Yeah, it's a proper close knit thing. But now finally, she's sort of been recognised, and I think that's just come down to the fact that it's just impossible to ignore, like, A, the music, B, the cadence that she has and the clarity that she has in her voice, and 3 or C, whatever I said, like, her actual lyrical ability. Like, it don't matter if you're a woman, she's as good as rapper as anyone, in my opinion. Like, she's insane. She's been nominated for Album of the Year at the Brits, massively deserved. She's on bloody Jimmy, what's he called?
Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, or one of them ones over in America. Like, that album is, it's like something out of a film. It's the way that it all sort of like synergizes into one thing that just all intertwines with each other. It tells a story. For me, it's a love. For me, I see that album as sort of like a love letter, a letter to like black women and black independence and the way that she's loved and lost. And yeah, like that album is. It could have taken my top spot, and the reason why my top spot got the top spot and didn't get number 2 and Sims didn't get number 1, I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, if you want to go and listen to something incredible from start to finish, yeah, go and listen to Little Sims. Sometimes I might be introvert, because wow.
Nice. Big up Little Sims.
Big up Little Sims.
She is good. Just, not to be sexist, but just female rapper, man, can't make my top 10. No offence.
That is sexist.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but that's just personal preference. What I like listening to is male rappers. Don't get me wrong, I love a female vocal, but, and I like her album, it is mint, but is it better than Dave's for me?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't make my top
Head and
10.
shoulders. She's head and shoulders above everyone, in my opinion, apart from one more. But as I said, obviously.
Nah, you're wrong there, mate. I'm not having that.
Nah, she is.
Not having that.
Nah, she is. She'll spin majority of male rappers. She would.
You can't tell me, yeah.
She would.
You can't tell me, and I'm not disrespecting Little Sims, but you can't tell me Little Sims is harder than Pot of Paper.
It's different music.
Don't matter. It's different calibre as well.
It's not different calibre at all.
It's
No way, shape or form is that different calibre. No way. It's about listening to the actual substance of the music, the way that she puts it all together, and the way that the fucking live band's playing through the entire thing, and the things that she says. If you break down what she says, she's got just as much, if not more, substance to what she says than what Pot of Paper does. She talks about more things than what Pot of Paper does, and she uses her sound in different ways than what Pot of Paper does. She's more diverse. Don't matter if she's a woman, she'll spin a lot of high quality male UK rappers, in my opinion.
Would not completely not doubting that. I'm sure she would. Just personal preference, innit?
Yeah.
Well, number 2 for me, easy choice, being in the top 2, because it's unreal, is Get Conflict of Interest. Amazing album. Start to finish, again, you can listen to it all. So many different stories, features, some tracks, again, probably one of my top tracks of the year, Mozambique. On the album, it's like remastered and like different intro. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Seeing him live just emphasises it as well. Like, the guy is mint, so many mint songs on it. And like, it takes a lot to beat that, because it is different, and Gets now really has just certifies itself as one of the best UK rap artists ever.
Yeah.
Easily, without a shadow of a doubt now. There's nothing on that, because he is mint. He is up there with the GOATs of UK rap.
But we say UK rap here, but what American rappers spinning Gets?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, for us in the UK, I mean,
I'd go as far as say he's best rapper ever. Bro.
The thing is, mate, ever is too big for it. It's too much grass for me, that.
What? So, I'm not disputing it. So what? When people say who's the best rapper ever, someone might say Eminem, Tupac, Biggie. But realistically, I'm not taking anything away from, especially Biggie and Tupac, yeah, because they're like, they made rap
or
and hip hop. Or Eminem, yeah.
Because
Eminem.
they're all miles, million% bigger than Gets.
Bigger, yeah. But
Yeah. Which is what usually you class as someone being the best, isn't it, really? The most known, most famous, who makes the most money, who sells the most records.
Not.
Do you not think that's how they're classed?
I wouldn't say best, I'd say
maybe not best.
Commercially biggest.
Yeah, exactly, but that's how you deem success. Think about it, the best football team wins the most trophies, wins the most.
Yeah, but...
Do you know what I mean? Commercially, to you personally, to me personally as well, I think Gets is better than them three. But doesn't mean he's bigger. These people
No, I'm not saying bigger. I'm saying
you're
best,
saying best ever. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean for me I think he's better than them.
Skill wise. So if all of them were alive and in the prime, right? So say for example you put Tupac next to Gets, right? And you fucking.
It's more than just rap though, isn't it? It's changing the game.
But I'm saying the best rapper ever. I'm not saying he's the most influential rapper ever. I'm not saying I'm not saying that, because Tupac and Biggie are way more influential. They made hip hop what it is. But I'm saying, and without hip hop, there would be no what we're doing. But they might be, but it might be different. Like, do you know what I mean?
Wave, yeah.
So, in terms of like actual skill, lyrical content, you tell me. Gets could spit on a fucking 90 BPM beat and sound sick.
Yeah, of course you could.
Could Tupac go and sit on a fucking 140 BPM beat now?
Oh no, he's dead, bro. I can't ask him, can I?
But I don't think he could. But he wouldn't.
He probably could, mate. It's Tupac. Biggie Smalls fucking could. Eminem could.
Yeah, Eminem could.
You know what I mean? These people lead the way for people like him. But long before, this isn't like even a thing for him. Do you know what I mean?
I would happily say right now that Gets is probably top 3 rappers in the world. Top 5 rappers in the world.
That's a different conversation to have. Because I'd have to do my research. But don't get me wrong, he's one of the top 3 in the UK. Hands down. Hands down.
Well, when you say that though, like, for example, Skepta is one of the best rappers in the world. He is?
Yeah, he is.
Fucking Dave is one of the best rappers in the world.
I think Skepta's... yeah, they are the best rappers, but again, like... Skepta's worldwide.
Yeah, but I'm not just saying... but that's on a commercial value is what I'm saying. I understand that.
Yeah, but
the UK scene is 10, 15, 20 steps behind the US. The UK's rap scene and grime scene has only been big for the last... When it came back in 2014, between 2014 and 16.
Exactly, and then you say they're the best ever. It's too big of a statement.
I don't think it is. When you look at just the actual skill.
For you personally, you look at it at a personal aspect, as I can see your point of the argument. Personally, I would agree. But on a scale, someone like Skepta has cracked the American market and he's worldwide, global. You know what I mean? Like, by far. So maybe in time, it could be.
I know, but you don't... Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a conversation for another day.
Anyway, continuing your conversation.
Yeah, so my number 1 was Gets, Conflict of Interest. And that only beat Sims because his live show tipped him further. He got extra brownie points because of that. But Sims and Getz, I think, on an actual music aspect, I think they're pretty dead level, in my opinion. Like, but yeah, Getz, goated. Insane album. And as I say, when you've seen it live, it makes you love it even more. But yeah.
100%. Well, if you didn't know, so my number one is Pot of Paper, Thanks for Waiting. Yeah, my favourite album of the year, if you can call it an album. I think just, even, like I say, again, start to finish it's mint. All tracks on there are well good. And it's just hits you different, man. Like, I can listen to this anytime, no matter what mood you're in. From intro to outro, it's mint. And for me, takes top spot for the year. Best album, best project of the year. Quite easily. I knew when I did this list, I knew it would be number one. I knew what my top two would be. I knew Getz would fall behind. But yeah, man, Pot of Paper takes the cake, and I can't see any reason to not pick him. Doing it large for Essex, for London, for England, and he's gonna get a lot more respect. Your favourite rapper's rapper, and it's just facts.
And if you've not watched it, go watch his Noisy documentary. It's only like 10 minutes long, it's well interesting.
Oh yeah, I watched it over there, so that's good. But yeah, so there goes our top 10. How did the viewers find that? Are there ones that you guys would throw in there instead? I'm sure a lot of viewers would pick different albums, different artists.
Different genres.
But please, male or female, let us know what you thought. Let us know personally. Comment on the vid. Have we missed anyone out? Is there any honourable mentions that you have that you could throw in quick?
Yeah, I kind of wish I put Central C in, but I don't.
Yeah,
looking at it, I don't even know who I take out.
I've got
Probably Evelino.
So RV Rico Vandell is one for me. RV's mint, so a very big honourable mention to him. Who else do I have as an honourable mention? Sneakbo, Jet Ski Wave 3. Happy little. I think it's more of an EP though. Only a few tracks on there, but yeah, honourable mention to you because there's a couple of tracks on there that are mint. So if you've not heard that, go listen to that. Even Skepta's All In EP. It's only a couple of tracks, but some bangers on there, so that gets a little honourable mention.
Jules gets a mention as well for me. And Nuts.
Jules, have fun, fucking Jules.
Jules.
I will.
He's more of a producer, really.
Oh yeah.
Track and Never WizKid. He's from the guys from. He's a UK based from, but it's called Sounds of My World. Go listen to that because that's sick.
We should have done a fucking worldwide album because I would have had bare more American artists in there. Because there's so many mint American albums and projects there. Because I like my American music. I know you don't really like it as much, but mate, there's so many. We could have done tracks of the year as well, but you already know mine. Warm by K-Trap, which again I strongly recommend you listen to because it's sick. But yeah, man, let us know what you thought in it. Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
We're dying to know.
But yeah, I hope everyone has a really good New Year and stuff. You won't see us now till January. We'll be back with a few little changes, to say the least.
We'll be looking fitter.
Yeah.
As in physically, because my pre-season starts in Jan. Jack's, you're already keeping it up, so just me looking fitter. For the best. Yeah,
but yeah, I appreciate everyone sticking around for the last year or so. It's much appreciated.
You made it this far, big up yourself, man.
You made it this far, big up.
Big up your fucking self, yeah. Because you've heard us talk music for almost an hour, I'd say, which is a big thing. So yeah, big up yourself. I hope everyone has an amazing Christmas and a blessed New Year.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.